Hey guys, it's Kira and welcome to another vlog. It's actually currently about 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, so I'm starting this week's vlog a little bit later than usual, and that is just because my Saturday morning has been really busy. As you'll have seen, I started out the weekend by going to the gym, which was amazing. I am honestly loving being back at the gym so much. It's something that I've been wanting to try and fit in for the last few weeks, but just have been really struggling to find time. Basically, as soon as the gyms reopened, I went back, and then that kind of coincided with starting teaching yoga and then going back into the office, and unfortunately the gym was just the one thing that I just wasn't finding enough time for. But as I think I mentioned in last week's vlog, guidance has changed here in the UK to basically say that if you can work from home, then you should, rather than going into the office. And that means that I'm now working from home, and that has been incredible because it means that I basically get an extra 2 hours of my day on top of what I normally have. Obviously, the day is still 24 hours long, but I usually would spend 2 hours commuting to and from the office, and so that time is now free for me to do whatever I want with, and I'm loving it. It's meaning I can hopefully start getting some more reading done, because in September I read a total of 3 books. I think that's the least amount of books I've ever read in my entire life in a month. That was a new low for me. Nothing wrong with it, it was just, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you're busier than others, but I'm thinking that now that I'm working from home, I should hopefully have more time for reading, so I can read not only on my lunch break but also before and after work when I usually would have been commuting. And then another thing I finally have time for is going to the gym, so either on my lunch break or before work. I'm trying to fit in a few gym sessions a week, and then also on the weekend when I can. So I started out with a leg day today, and my legs feel like jelly right now, which means that it was a really good session, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I thought I'd also mention that I actually bought a fitness plan online. There is a vegan fitness YouTuber who I love and have watched for years and years, ever since before I had this channel. Her channel is called Naturally Stephanie. She is a Scottish YouTuber and she's hilarious, makes incredible food content, and is also really incredible at sharing great fitness content. And she has a website called Vegan Aesthetics, where they basically release 4 plans every year that are 12-week plans, and that comes with gym workouts, home workouts, and also food inspiration and stuff. And because I'm kind of just getting back into the gym since before lockdown, I figured it might be nice to sort of jump in with a plan and just sort of give myself some inspiration and motivation, something to stick to, so that I don't really have to put any work and effort into thinking about what I want to do, and instead I can just show up and do the workouts. So I started out with a leg day today because today is the 3rd of October and the autumn 2020 plan was released yesterday, so I'm starting out with that 12-week plan, and hopefully it should be a great way to get back into the gym. Aside from that, I also went to a yoga class this morning, which was lovely because, like I said, after that gym session my legs felt so jellified and they really needed a good stretch out, so that was lovely. And now I'm home and ready to just relax for the rest of my Saturday. So with that being said, one thing I'm planning to do this evening is hopefully do a lot of reading, because I need to. I'm so close to reaching my Goodreads goal for the year, and I don't want to let all that progress that I've been making over the last few months slide. So October will be a better reading month, and I'm starting out with this book called The Truants, which I started in last weekend's vlog. It's a book that I'm slightly uncertain about how to categorise, because so far it seems to be about a girl, Jess, our main character, who is in her first year at university. She is quite obsessed with a particular lecturer at her university, and that lecturer is an author whose book she loves, and that is kind of the reason that she decided to go to this university. She then meets a girl at university who she becomes very quickly good friends with, and then there's also a couple of romantic interests and lots of very intriguing and quite intense relationships that are sort of accelerating very quickly. But then the blurb of this book suggests that it might be a murder mystery of sorts, and so I'm really interested to see how this book, that kind of seems somewhat like a dark academia / contemporary literary fiction, is going to kind of merge with that murder mystery style, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I'm currently 110 pages into this book, and I'm hoping to get through quite a lot of it this afternoon. And then another book that I'm hoping to read some of this weekend is none other than Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Now, if you're not aware, I am hosting a read-along of Rebecca called Rebecca Long this month alongside my friend Jess from the channel Read by Jess. We decided to host this read-along of Rebecca throughout October because at the midway through October, I think it's on the 21st, the brand new Netflix adaptation of Rebecca starring Lily James, who I love, is being released and I absolutely cannot wait. So we decided to host a read of Rebecca. For me, it's going to be a reread, and for Jess it's a reread as well, but for many of you it could be your first time, maybe you want to reread it along with us, but either way, we're reading Rebecca, and because I've been struggling to fit in time for reading, I've decided that instead of just putting all of my time into reading this book, I'm just going to read it bit by bit throughout the month so it's not so intense and I can make sure that I definitely finish it in time for the film. If you want to know anything else about Rebecca Long and you want to join in with us, I'll leave information in the description box down below so you can check it out and join Jess and I. So, that's my weekend plans thus far. I'm planning to just have a very relaxing Saturday afternoon after quite an active Saturday morning. But first, I do want to film a couple of sit-down videos and then I'm just going to basically chill out. So I'll catch up with you, hopefully with some reading updates later on. Hi guys, it is now Sunday lunchtime. I just got back from teaching all of my Sunday morning yoga classes and then I've just quickly gotten ready because it was my sister's birthday on Friday, so we're just about to go out for a meal. So she wanted to go for like a Sunday lunch and this place that we're going to has a really good vegan menu. I was really surprised. It's like a traditional like pub style place, but they have a massive vegan menu and most importantly they have like 5 vegan desserts, which is unheard of because usually we either get like a chocolate torte or most likely sorbet. This one has loads of things and I cannot wait, but I'm also undecided because they all sound so good. And it's kind of weird now because I feel like when I first went vegan, most places were like kind of limited in options, so you'd get used to that feeling of going to a restaurant and just getting whatever you could get, whereas now obviously places are becoming so great in terms of vegan options and it's kind of weird adjusting back to having so much choice, and I've forgotten how to make these kinds of decisions. So I cannot wait because it sounds like it's going to be a really delicious meal regardless of which option I go for. But I just wanted to catch up with you before I head out. I didn't actually end up doing any reading yesterday evening. I was just filming and then editing and of course having a relaxing Saturday night, and it was absolutely amazing. But I am hoping that when I get back from the meal later on this afternoon to make a good bit of progress with the Truants, because I'm really excited to carry on with this book because it sounds so good and I just can't wait to see where the plot goes, because what I've read so far has been incredible and it sounds like it's going to get even better. So that is my day so far. I also just thought I'd mention, because I put this dress on and I feel like I've worn this dress in like the last 3 vlogs I've done, and I actually only bought this dress like a few weeks ago, and I just wondered if any of you also fall into this category of like basically just wearing the same thing all the time and finding a new outfit that you really like and then basically never wearing anything else, because I just love this dress so much. It's such a good like spinning dress, if that makes any sense. I'll show you in a second with a better angle, but I just love this dress so much, and I hope it's not just me who does that, because I know there's some people who are like super fashionable and have the best outfits and manage to put something together that is absolutely incredible every single day. I'm not one of those people, and I'm not ashamed to pick the same outfit all the time because it looks nice and I like it. remember me. It's been quite a few days since I last actually spoke to the camera. I've been filming stuff throughout the week, but I just haven't actually picked up the camera to speak to you for what feels like forever, basically because, as per usual, I've just been really busy, which I'm trying to get on top of, but it's just a work in progress. I think I'm actually going to be getting myself like a proper old school calendar so I can mark things out and make time for everything, because at the moment it's all just a little bit hectic. But I have been doing a little bit of reading, which I'm pleased to say. I haven't quite managed to finish a book yet, but we'll just work with what we can do, and I'm still reading the Truants. I'm now on page 161, so I've read about 50 pages this week of this book, and I love it, to say the least. It's so good. It's a book which I would say like really focuses on the themes of like obsession and betrayal, which I think is obviously really interesting, and it's just a really intriguing mix of characters. We have our main character Jess, who is very much retrospectively telling her story of her first year at university, so I think the fact that she is kind of somewhat removed from the narrative in the sense that she's looking back and telling you what happened really does add an interesting layer into the story, because she is a very like sort of conscious narrator and talks a lot about how when you're looking back and remembering things, it's very different from the actual experience of what happened at the time, and I just think it's really intriguing. We have this group of 4 friends made up of 2 couples. We have Nick and Jess, and then we also have Georgie, who is Jess's best friend, and her boyfriend Alec. And there is a lot of dynamics going on between these 4 people, as well as the fact that, as I've mentioned, Jess is a little bit obsessed with one of her professors, Lorna, and there's a little bit of tension between Lorna and Alec. So there's a lot of tension. It's very complex, and like I said, the themes of betrayal and obsession are really come into play and have started really picking up the pace at the part that I'm at right now. This book has a total of 30-ish pages, so I'm a little under halfway through, but Thursday night is the first night of the week where I'm actually not doing anything, because every other night this week I've been teaching yoga, so I haven't made that much time for reading. But today I haven't got anything to do this evening, and I'm hoping that when I finish work later I'll be able to just dive into this book and hopefully make a decent amount of progress. So that's where we're at right now. It's currently almost lunchtime. I'm about to just head out to the gym and do a little bit of a lunchtime cardio. I think I'm just gonna go and like do a Stairmaster for a little bit, and maybe some incline walking on the treadmill, potentially listen to a podcast, and maybe try and reply to some comments when I'm doing that little bit of cardio, just because multitasking, obviously, and also I love all of the comments that I get on this channel. They make my day, and they're just so lovely. If you leave comments, honestly, I am so grateful, and I really do try to reply to everyone, but as I said, I've been so busy lately that that's kind of gotten on top of me, so I'm going to try and make a dent in that this afternoon and just start getting back to people, because like I said, they're so lovely, and I really do appreciate all of you who take the time to leave comments and share your thoughts, because it means so much. So that's where we're at. I'm going to quickly like glug this last bit of tea and then head out to the gym, and I'll catch up with you later. Well, it is now Friday, and a bloody cold Friday at that, hence why I am wearing both a jumper and my dressing gown, and I've got a huge hot cup of tea as well. Because I'm freezing cold, honestly. I am not loving how cold it is. The cold and also the darkness are the two bits about autumn that I'm just not as keen on, because I'm generally quite a cold person anyway. Like, I can be cold in the height of summer, so when it starts getting actually cold I really struggle. So using all of the tools I have to try and stay warm so that I can be productive and focused throughout the day. But I did just get back from my Friday morning gym session. I did a shoulders and abs day today, which was great, and I'm now just about to get into work for the day. Obviously I'll probably have to take off my dressing gown when I go on some Zoom calls, but for now I'm keeping it on and I am loving how warm it's making me. Aside from that, I did manage to do some reading last night, which was my main goal. I made it to page 200 in the Truants, so I've got 130-ish pages left to go. I'm hoping to be able to finish it this weekend, but that will obviously take us over into next week's vlog. But I'm loving this book. It's getting pretty intense, and there are a lot of sort of divides happening between these groups of characters that I think we saw them go through these very intense friendships and romantic relationships because they all met and then became really close really quickly, and then that sort of I guess what is the word for it, the honeymoon period? I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but essentially the honeymoon period and the perfect area of their relationship sort of disappears as quickly as it started, because there's no solid foundation for any of these relationships, and from that we see a lot of tension and drama. So I'm absolutely loving it, really excited to see what happens in the last third of the book. And that is what I'm going to be doing this evening when I finish work. But I think I will be finishing this vlog up here, just because, like I said, it's Friday, so I actually need to edit this video and get it up for this evening. I've edited the rest of the week, but I just need to quickly pop this bit in here, finish off the vlog, and I will of course be catching up with you next weekend, where I'm hoping to both finish this one and also actually make a start on Rebecca, which I didn't have time to get started on this week. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I feel like it's been a little bit of a different one, with maybe a little bit less reading than usual and a little bit more fitness and foodie stuff in there. So I hope you enjoyed that, because I obviously love filming and sharing all of those other bits of my life aside from reading as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.